Tony, a big weekend of racing onto our second day now.
Yep, we are. We took off early again this morning. The difference was from yesterday that it was very, very icy. We woke up this morning to a -6 degree heavy frost. So the first laps out there, we warned the drivers it's slippery.
Slippery conditions to start with the ice, but then the ice melted and churned up a little bit of mud.
There was a couple of places there which we had diverted through the main mud areas, but the mud still came up. We didn't have as many people stuck today. The comments I've heard from drivers is the track was awesome.
Brad, a quick start for you this morning, first out of the gate.
Yeah, no, it was good actually. It was very icy on the track, but strangely enough, we had more traction in the first couple of laps than we did towards the end when the ice had melted.
When the ice melted, it did cause a bit of mud out there?
It did actually. It was raining. It was quite strange. Lap after lap, it seems as though there was more and more moisture on the track, so obviously there was ice just below the surface.
And how many starters for the Sunday?
Nearly 70 cars started, so we didn't lose too many, which was really good. A lot of work was done last night in the pits. Not too bad after all.
And Brad Prout from Australia set a blistering pace once again.
He did. As we dropped the green flag this morning, he wasted no time. I had already spoken to him and just warned him it's icy out there, but off the start, he was on a mission.
Rana, unfortunately, a number of issues, but clawed his way back over the day.
He really drove well today, no problems with the vehicle, and he's clawed his way right up to the top three.
How has the vehicle handled the conditions? 1,000 kilometres over 2 days, it's pretty hard.
It is actually. It was surprising how much it did rut out, and it's not as rough as a lot of the tracks that we encounter in Australia, but what this track requires more than most others is intense concentration, because when it's not in amongst the pine trees, it's the 200 plus kilometre an hour straight. It was pretty hard going. The car's perfect, however. I mean, we've had a quick look over it. Nothing looks wrong, didn't make any funny sounds, rattles towards the end of the race, so it's pretty good.
Very diverse stages out there. What were your favourite sections of the lap?
There was a lot of quite medium-paced flowing sections, which I thought were really good. Overall, the track was just fantastic.
And Brad, for something a little bit different, they threw in some bitumen sections.
These cars are not really designed to go 200 plus kilometres an hour on bitumen, both because they're not aerodynamic and they sit about 2 feet off the ground. So it's time to relax, but at the same time, you sort of can't relax too much.
Good to see a good spluttering of vehicles from the different classes complete the whole 1,000 kilometres.
Obviously, from 2009 to this year, the length of the lap was still the same, but because the track was a lot more open and a lot faster, they actually were coming in about 35, 40 minutes a lap. Worked out really well. They were wrapped.
Warren, your aim was to finish the event.
We got 9 laps done today. Yesterday's 7. It was good. Really enjoyed it. Had Jack driving for a few laps. Really enjoyed it.
Completely different to the sort of winch challenge that you've been doing in the past. Anything you'll change on the vehicle if you're going to do this event again?
Absolutely. The FOA shocks and bypasses and everything worked flawlessly, but there was a problem with the ride height at the rear, so we're going to sort that out. And it was a little bit soft with a full tank of gas.
And what's going through your mind now that the 1,000 kilometres is over?
We put in a lot of effort to get here, and once we're here, we put in a lot of effort as well. So I feel very satisfied, and I feel maybe it's made up for a couple of the rugby game losses.
You're never short of enthusiasm, Tony, but how are you feeling now that the 1,000 kilometres is done?
We are just wrapped with the way it's gone. We couldn't have asked better. The only thing that we couldn't plan was the weather, and look at what we had today. Now, this event now, in New Zealand anyway, is probably bigger than even some of the international rallies that come through here. We're proud to set it up. The team had a dream. We've lifted it from nearly bankruptcy to what we have now. I think now, for it to grow any bigger, it really needs some really good backing.
Roger, congratulations on finishing another weekend. Can you tell us a little bit of history on this vehicle here?
This is the ex-Nick Manel truck from Australia. Done a lot of winch comms and gone very good.
Mike, can you tell us a little bit about your tyre choice this weekend?
I chose these Mickey Thompsons 33 12.5s. These guys sponsor ORANs in New Zealand, and that's why I went for them, because of the sidewall and a good grip, and yeah, just a bloody good name.
Tell us a little bit about tyre choice for the weekend.
On the Mickey Thompsons, I reckon they were the go. They honestly were. Just for the near fact, you have so many variations out the forestry. You got your fast flowing gravel roads, and then you've got your dirt stuff as well.
How's the MTZ handled the pumice and the changing conditions out there this weekend?
Oh, just good, really good. You couldn't fault it, there's heaps of grip. And if you need a little bit more, you just bring your pressures down, but otherwise, no, fine.
And notice any difference from the dry stuff through to the wet stuff?
Nah, good all-round tyre. Can't beat it.
And happy to race on them again?
Oh, hell yeah. yeah, I'll do it again. That's why I bought another set. And these ones are well priced. They're good for everything.
How many Ks have you done on these this weekend?
1,000. It's pretty good, and didn't even get a flat tyre. Didn't have no problems with them, and I'm really pleased, and I recommend them to anyone else.
So how has it gone over the 1,000 Ks here?
Yesterday we were flying, we were winning the class, and then we broke the pitman arm. And then today we've just caught a doom buggy and we've just got the engine and it's just stopped.
Congratulations on another great weekend.
Thanks, mate.
And who are the top 3 teams this year?
Well, the top 3, after working out your times, laps from Saturday and today, proud to say that Australia has got it. Brad Prout, excellent work, good job. Coming second was Colin Meredith, and followed closely in third, Rana.
And what do you think it'll mean back in Australia for you to have won such a prestigious international event?
I think it'll get a bit of a profile over there. I'd be more than happy to be an ambassador for the event in Australia because I think it'd be great if more Aussies came over. I think they would enjoy it. I think the track really suits the driving style of a lot of Australians. Just bringing a container across the ocean is not that much more expensive than driving from one side of Australia to the other in your truck.
Well, that's the big question. Will you be back in 2 years to defend your title?
It's a bit early to say. I would like to. It's just a matter of whether or not we can get the sponsorship support.
Congratulations, Brad. A fantastic weekend. It was good to see you out there pushing at every stage right throughout the weekend.
Great. Thanks very much, Simon. Thank you.
And you've had plenty of fun over the last 2 days?
We have. Even the ice this morning wasn't enough to put us off, so we'll be back.
And what would your advice be to other Winch Challenge competitors who are watching this?
Go out and have some fun. It's good value. You can take your stock vehicle out there. You don't have to modify it a lot and drive like a Red Baron or anything. You know, you just go out and have some fun.
Well, Warren, congratulations. It's great to see you out here. And thanks once again for your support of 4 Drive TV.
Thank you, Simon.
And what would you like to say to our viewers in Australia, New Zealand and beyond who are interested in coming over to spectate or compete at a future Taupo 1000?
We've done a real big push, obviously, through 4 Drive TV and through magazines throughout Australia. The support that we've had from Australia and around the world has just been absolutely astounding. We've been running a Facebook page. Yesterday alone was nearly 50,000 hits on that website. If you're interested in coming and it's on, keep your eyes open on the Taupo 1000 website.
Well, Tony, I don't know if it'll ever be the same without you, but congratulations on another fantastic event. And we look forward to seeing the Taupo 1000 return or other events that you're associated with. Thank you.
Thank you very much to all the viewers that are watching, and thank you to 4 Drive TV.
Hi, my name's Brad Prout from Unicap Racing. So I've just finished the Taupo 1000 for 2011 in first place, which we're very proud of. We competed in the 2010 series Jimco, which we brought into Australia in late 2010. Most of the development work we've done ourselves in Australia, the fitting out of the chassis we did ourselves. It's got an Albans transmission, it's got a Shane Wilson V8 6-litre race engine, it's got Brakeman calipers and rotors, and it's got fasteners and bolts supplied by F911, tubing supplied by Performance Metals, and runs on a performance race fuel supplied by AC Blend. We didn't actually have to do anything to the vehicle other than our normal preparation for this particular event. The specifications that we run in Australia fit within the rules in New Zealand, so that was good. So we maintained our 6-litre race engine and our Albans gearbox and all the other componentry on the car as though we were competing in an Australian event. A couple of other Australian teams have ventured over as well. It's good to compete against the New Zealanders. It's taken a lot of effort to get here. We couldn't have done it without a lot of sponsors. Unicap, Off-Road Warehouse, Shane Wilson Race Engines, Performance Metals, Sports Print, Albans Off-Road Gear, The Brakeman, F911 Fasteners, Durcom Magazine, ARB, AC Blend and Proud Partners Financial Group. We got a lot of logistical support from Ocean Bridge, who helped coordinate shipping and getting the vehicle here and onto the ground at the racetrack. All those sponsors have contributed one way or another to us being here, getting here and competing so well in the Taupo 1000 for 2011. Our next event is going to be the Goondiwindi event, which is the final national round in Australia. Unfortunately, we're going to miss the Pines Enduro because it's next weekend and we can't get the car back to Australia in time. But we are eagerly waiting for the last round of the Australian Championship, which is held in Goondiwindi in Queensland. Thank you.